regular Olympic figure skating champion and professional figure skater Yuzuru Hanyu, began his first solo tour, Repray, at the Saitama Super Arena in Saitama on November 4, the first day of his first solo tour. Hanyu charmed a sold-out crowd of 14,000 people. It was his first public ice show since his marriage was announced in August, and they performed a total of 12 songs, including 3 new songs such as The Messenger of Ruin, as well as Quat Salkaus and Tolub. Amazing. There were moments when he was overcome with emotion in front of standing fans. The theme is to question the meaning of life based on the worldview of the game. Unless you truly stop living, tomorrow will continue to be a series of choices in life today and tomorrow. He created this story with the hope that you will live every day with this in mind. He came up with it himself. At the end with some emotional moments. The ice show will also be held in Saga next January and in Kanagawa in February. The finale of a one-man show lasting 2.5 hours. After performing in the final performance of the introduction and Rondo Capriccioso, Hanyu was overcome with emotion, as 14,000 people stood to applaud him. I'm very happy that I was able to perform it safely in front of everyone, and that I was able to realize the ice story as a piece. He combined his own skating life with the worldview of his favorite game. This show uses a lot of game music. In Megalovania he captivated with his spins. End of the first half. In his new performance, The Messenger of Doom, which he skated after a 6-minute training, as if in a competition, he performed a quadruple jump. Salchow and toe loop, and also performed a triple axel. The theme of repeated prayers, questions repeated throughout life, thoughts and desires, coming from the roots of the human being, and prayer. After GIF performed at the Tokyo Dome in February, he served as executive producer, and also wrote the show's story. The director's work this time was taken by Mikiko, one of Japan's leading choreographers. The series of choices we make in our lives will continue until we stop calling it life. I created this story because I want you to live every day thinking about it. But I hope there is something that stays with you. It was his first time at the Saitama Super Arena since the national championships last December, where he won and was chosen to represent the 2022 Beijing Olympics. That day he looked out at the crowded seats and cried, thinking, I wonder how many more times I'll get to see something like this. He performed alone on a stage that reminded him of his return as a professional. The view he looked at from the skating rink was warm, filled with a huge crowd of people. Narrated by Megumi Takagi. The performance is the story of Yuzuru Hanyu who has transcended dimensions. His glorious life as a figure and the conflicts, angst, anger and despair behind it are revealed through the worldview of the games that greatly influenced him, including the 8-bit screen. From time to time, they would jump out of the silver disc and perform intense dances on the raised stage equipment, leaving the audience stunned. Before the new program Messenger to the Ruins, which uses music from the popular game said to be inspired by The Last Boss, there is also a 6-minute warm-up, like when he was a competitive player. In addition to jumps like the quadruple salchow at the beginning, he performed sharp gliding. For the encore, they performed their signature song Seimei. He performed his best for about 2.5 hours, and everyone was overcome with emotion as he received a standing ovation. A rare performer has reached a new level and began to write a new chapter of the silver disc. Sometimes I feel scared because I have to involve so many people in creating what I want to express, but I want to try my best again, so that I can perform well while expanding my capabilities. Like an athlete. This performance actually used a lot of gaming-related songs. Regarding this intention, Hanyu said, games can be played over and over again, so the concept of life is easy. What if we applied this to the real world? We can be a person who has the drive to get things done. Dreams. And he may have a different point of view. If you look at it from someone else's point of view, you may be a terrible person. I want you to think about what you choose and how you feel when you choose life, he said. I don't want the story itself to provide the answer, but I do want people to think about it. I hope this is an opportunity for them to think about it. He said, explaining that he intends to leave interpretation up to everyone. Person's discretion. Tickets for the performance that day are sold out. The audience of 14,000 people went wild. Hanyu will work for his fans to create the best ice show. Even outside the rink, his outstanding expressiveness remained. He captivated the audience with his outstanding performance. While his very presence was unique, he also showcased his unique talent in a tourism PR video filmed in his hometown of Sendai, Miyagi. When Hanyu appeared in a white cloak, all eyes on the stage were focused on one point. He expressed a piece he felt through acting through 12 performances, including an encore. The protagonist, overcome with emotion during the standing ovation at the end, said, "I don't want this story to provide answers on its own, but I want people to think about it. The story called Repray is the kind of story I want to be able to think about. I think it was a work of art," he said. Even when Hanyu found himself at a crossroads in his life, he never stopped moving forward. After turning professional, he became the first skater in history to have a successful solo performance in the Tokyo Dome. In addition, he is expanding the range of his activities day by day, including shooting dance videos and fashion portraits. He also recently appeared in a Sendai City tourism PR video. "I would be happy if Sendai became the city in the world that everyone would most like to return to, just as I would like to return to this city. We conveyed charm." The city of Sendai has embarked on a new plan, in part because the posters and murals it produced in the past are outdated. In the midst of all this, the idea for the video came up, and after consulting with Hanyu, he happily agreed to make it. A city official said, "Mr. Hanyu has been saying for a long time that he really loves Sendai, and wants to capture its charm, so we asked him to do it." This video is also being circulated on Sendai City's official video channel, Sendai Tube. When it was released on October 31st, it had been viewed over 64,000 times as of the evening of the 4th. Although many fans expressed their joy on social media, Hanyu's improvisational skills were hidden throughout. "We haven't given you the full script, we discussed in advance the parts we would like you to cover, but Mr. Hanyu put the details in his own words." He recounts various anecdotes, such as his childhood cycling activities in Nanakita Park, based on his own experiences. Even if his title changes to professional, the love for Sendai engraved deep in his heart will remain unchanged. Even though he is challenging his abilities as an athlete, he has a renewed desire to do whatever it takes to be able to perform well. Hanyu will continue to run, remembering his feelings for his hometown.
魂、器、そこに生きる力つく歩く激流に逆らって